Alright, we're here.
All of his co-workers were
We're
gone.
back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Yeah,
go to the
everybody's
meeting
not
room.
there.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my god, I need to restart.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And there's a thing you can do here.
Stepping in...
It's fine. We can come up with our own story. Yes, I broke the game. This door is open. This is new. Oh, you are now leaving. Can I go back? Nope. I don't feel like doing this, but shit. Wild here. Okay. Escape pod bay floor 760. What is this? Hey, look, it's the other side of the office. Oh yeah, the wildfires. I hope everyone's doing okay. Like, I know these wildfires can get crazy. Let me in. No? Okay. We're still going up, chat. Really? How far up are we going? Okay, I see a couple floors left, so I... I don't know why I bother, but it's fun to click it. Escape pod launch bay. And now we're walking in a very dark hallway. Hope the stairs are worth the view. I think what's worth now is just this. Oh! Hello? Hello? What happened? Was that it? Was that the ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay then. Is that always there? I've never seen that coffee spill.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, I do have a little thing in my YouTube that shows how many times I play. I'm pretty sure I played like 5 times. And I just got a new setup, so you know, I thought everything was saved, but I guess not. So I gotta do it over.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, I could have sworn that little thing trying to send the doors to back out would have done something. Like it did, but I expected a little more, honestly.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Does nothing really happen?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright, so there's 2 people fired. Interesting.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
And we turn it off. Again, guys.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know what was supposed to happen there, chat. It's all open.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now we're going to keep going to
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
What is happening?
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is so
And while he
meta.
thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
but barely.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I am normal.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Damn it.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What type of ending was that? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're still going left. I know there's... We'll get to you later.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take, too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blind. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
So, we're going to the left of that hallway that says escape. See what all that's about.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
As long as we turn around. Is he gonna close?
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
As long as we go back.
Nope, still on board with death.
Now what happens if we walk back? Still on board. And then we walk back out. And we walk back in. Okay, he's not saying more. Okay. Let's go die!
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
What happens if we walk back? I wish there's a sprint button in this game. Like, I would like to go faster. Like, my apologies to my audience who are watching right now. Watch me going back and forward this long as hopefully. Okay, he says nothing. Alright, we're just gonna go straight this time. Just no more walking backwards. No more. We're gonna actually do this. For real this time, right? No more delaying the inevitable. Hi, my dog. Ooh, what is this? Well, chat, we're jumping down.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Narrator, please, no, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Hello?
Farewell, Stanley. cried the narrator, as
Who's
Stanley
this?
was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ah! Oh. We're okay. We're okay, Chad. Oh my god. That's it?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Okay, we have a female narrator now, I guess. I don't know, Mios. I was supposed to die by the crushing machine and then...
When
female-
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Sorry, but anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I was supposed to get crushed. Then a female narrator talked and set me free. Ooh. Stanley's computer. This layout. Again, all this is gonna be posted on my channel, by the way. So, of course, I'm gonna have people looking at that, and they're probably gonna pause it and read what all this says. So I'm just gonna stay for like a good solid second or two. Yep, cool. Filing cabinets. Another. Yep. Cool. Offices. Buttons. That's cool. Credits. Interesting. Humor breaker. That's... Oh, I know that area. Oh my god, it's raining money. That's cool. Warzone. What is this? Is this an ending? This looks cool. Is that from Tron? Area development. We designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become blah 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 blah. Shortly after. Okay. From a cool man. Are you a rock? Interesting. More office supplies. What is this? The apartment timer. Cargo lift. This is like a museum here, chat. Ooh. Can't mess with those. That's the monitor room elevator. An early version. Ooh, that looks interesting, actually. More office stuff. There's a lot here, jeez. Lounge. Underground.
Anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad in the number 6. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Okay then, that was interesting. Huh. I know what all that was about. And we're back in the main room. Okay, cool. She went this way. I mean, we came from this way as well, but we might as well see what else is around there. Up the stairs. Ooh, I see somewhere we can go there. I know that room. Hey, it's my office. I can't get in it. What? Wait, what is this? Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and progress now. I think we've seen everything here. Ooh, that's a nice setup. Hey, I wanna click the button. Come here. Ooh. Damn it. Okay, whatever. Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
This lady's kind of creepy, this narrator lady.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh god.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
No. We're dead. Just like that. There's another ending checked off.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
That's a new one, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
That's right.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I can't remember, do we go down that elevator?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nope, I guess at this point. So that's gonna be something.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, so I've done this before, but I'm gonna do a little twist, alright? watch this.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Oh no, it's a time.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What's this? It's a dark room.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is actually really nice. Sorry, chat. My dog is climbing on my lap right now. Hi, buddy. Wow, this is. Oh, wow. Can I walk off? No, I can't. So pretty. Does anything else happen? We're stuck in space or something. Oh, now we got green ones. Hopefully this wildfire stops at some point, because oh yeah! Jesus Christ, Meals. Does anything else happen, or is it just gonna be green now? Come on, just be cool. Entertain me. Entertain my audience. Now more clothes are showing up. This really is nice. I'm glad the narrator took me here. But I do see a path that we can go down. I just want to see this a little longer. Wow. What could ruin this moment? What type of ending could really go down this moment? Wow. This is nice, chat. Wow, this is really hypnotizing too. Alright, let's see what this way leads us to.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Oh, you want me to come back?
Right. Where were we?
And then we walk back over here.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay, well, we'll go back then.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Does anything actually end here, or is it just... It's getting smaller, chat. It's turning into a ball. And it's nothingness. Okay, this area is just gonna repeat itself, so we're just gonna climb up those stairs and see what happens.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
You walk back then?
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Damn.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Then we walk back. He's not saying anything else, okay. We climb up these stairs.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Saying with
No!
us.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Oh, mocking soul. Ooh, what's this? Is that Freddy Fazbear on the right side? I don't know what that is. So bear creature.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Hold on, chat. Let me let him out real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to remove the poochie out of my room. Where are we? Ah, yes. Going this way.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I mean, there's nothing here, though. I don't know what you want from me, narrator. There's nothing here.
No. No, no. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Aw. He's begging. Aw.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Did it get shorter?
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I mean, this room does make me happy, yeah. But there's nothing to do in this room.
No, perhaps not.
No, perhaps not. Oof. Yeah, we are walking very slow.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, no, I feel bad. Oh, no. Can I walk back? Will that make it better? Will he say anything? Yes? No? Will I go past the room? Will you say something now? Damn, that kind of hurts. Aw. I feel bad. At the same time, I hate being so slow. Jeez. Pretty sure this is the part where people are going to skip through the video. But I'm really interested to see what happens and hear more. Ugh. Ah.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Oh.
Well, this one is yours.
Oh my god, this hurts.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Nothing else? Okay. I guess we'll go back and dive. Ugh. This hurts. This hurts a lot. I'm sorry, narrator. I'm sorry, man. I actually feel bad for you. But we need to progress the story of Stanley. I love you, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, no. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Oh, no. Oh, chat, what have I done? Oh,